Good evening, Tetris citizens. It is your old pal, Van Dweller, back with more Mega Masters 2026. And yeah, we've got a pretty consequential night for you tonight. We will determine two more of our top 8 for this tournament. So just to give you an update, where are we? These 4 players are in the top 8, and actually each of them none of them are playing each other in the top 8. One person per top 8 match has been determined. And yeah, we're going to determine 2 more. So I think it's going to be Meme's opponent and Alex T's opponent, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, so that is what we're going to do. We're going to add 2 more names to this whole business. And one of them is going to come out of the kind of the blue quadrant. And we're going to do this sort of top 32 thing. Pixelandy versus O, Lanhang, or, you know, or whatever you, Chef O, whatever you know him by. Pixelandy versus O, that match is going to happen. Now, Guafi is already into the round of 16. So right after that, we'll go immediately into a match, Guafi versus the winner of that, right? So Pixelandy versus O, winner versus Guafi, and the winner of that goes to the top 8. Okay, so that's kind of tranche number 1. And then number 2, we already have 2 players sitting in our top 16 who have not played to determine who's going to go to the top 8. That's the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, the bubblegum and chocolate bracket, if that's what you want to call it. Dog playing Tetris will take on Iball, and the winner of that goes to the top 8. The winner of that will eventually play against Alex T in the top 8. So either one of those will be sick. But yeah, so that is what we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3 matches for you, all very high consequence. I can't wait. In a way, it makes me, sometimes I get anxious, like who's going to win, who's not going to win, and someone's going to be happy and someone's going to be sad. And man, it gets me a little bit. But on the other hand, I can't wait to see what happens. On the other hand, I kind of don't want to see what happens. But that's my job, and that is what I have to do. So that's the order of operations tonight. Let's take a look at the rules. The rules say that this is a 64-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They could use any controller so there's no big buttons or turbo functions to use, whether it's mechanical, or biological turbo only. Level 18 starts all the way through. Level 39, super kill screen, uncapped score. Biological turbo only. That's right, Guam. Level 18 starts, level 39, uncapped score. They are best of 5. So that means the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Same piece sets will be re-rolled in between each game of the match. Players, if you do experience tech issues like with OBS or internet or what are the other things? Your computer, your CRT, your camera, your capture. Just keep playing and I will sort it out. You do not have to pause and go, okay, well, I need further instructions here of what to do. No, just keep playing. We are sensitive enough, perceptually sensitive enough in mind and judgment to determine that something is happening, and then we will make a judgment. So just keep playing the best you can, and we'll figure it out, all right? The winner gets absolutely something, and that something is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $1,493.80. $14.93.80. Right now, we're paying the top 3 players in this 64-player tournament. That's what we're doing, right? It's not even like one. Is it 120? It's like 1 out of every 20 people. It's not enough. We got to get to $2,000 so we can pay the top 4. 2,000 pays the top 4. First prize will be $1,000. Now, we are looking to get, to the upper echelons, somewhere close to what we've done in 2024 or 2025 or even 2023, I would take at this point. And along the way, we can unlock some valuable prizes, right? Things that people have been asking for months, if not years. We can relaunch Tetris Deathmatch when we get to $4,000. We can do the Tab Masters that people want me to do if we get to $10,000. We can bring back Monday Night Chase Down if we get to if we beat last year's last year's prize pool, right? 18 for 2069, right? Everybody's very funny. It's hilarious. We can do all that stuff along the way. Now, we can't do it without your help. There's no sponsors. There's no trust fund dude or hedge fund dude or either one funding this whole thing. I'm not a secret billionaire. It looks like we had a contribution to the prize pool. I will thank you once we get the matches started. But thank you. Yeah, so that's it. So it's you guys or nothing. And we do want to make sure that we keep this at a high level, that this is considered to be a major tournament, sort of the online equivalent of CTWC. It's the premier online championship. So we want to keep doing that, and we gotta pay a chunk of the players to do that. So please consider contributing. Use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links. I'm going to put it in there. Actually, it'll bring up one link. It brings up one link. That's it. So no confusion. Click on that one. It'll take you over to Matcherino, our prize pool partner. There's a page for this tournament. That's where you'll be. Go to the top right-hand corner. There's a button that says log in. Click on log in. You have a Twitch account, or you have a YouTube account, or probably a Discord account. You can log in with that. You don't have to go, what's my first name? What's my middle name? What's my last name? Where am I? You have to do that. You just log in with it. You just log in with Twitch. You're in. Once you're in, look on the right side of the screen. It says contribute. Click on that. And then whatever the Tetris community and just having this kind of stuff day in, day out to entertain, hopefully, you guys and thrill you, whatever that is worth to you. Think about very carefully what that is worth to you, and then contribute accordingly to keep it going. Not just for my sake, for the player's sake, for your own sake, right? You want to keep it going. Okay? I don't know what else to tell you besides that. We'll just tell you why you should do it and see what happens. But we're looking to get to $2,000 so we can pay our top four. Thanks to everybody who's contributed so far. If you want to support the channel, you can do that. You can find a bunch of different ways to do that. You can use the support command to find those ways, which includes repeating ways or one-time ways, right? So patreon.com/monthly Tetris is a great way to support the channel. It keeps this channel going. We could not keep this channel going without it. So big shout out to Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9 Tacky, Madelsberger, N-Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy Dan, Kim M, Cat Kid, Javanti, Jason, Sunny, and Mila for your support, and everybody else in the slide, thank you for your support as well. Again, that's not the only way to support us. If you're watching on YouTube, you can do a super chat and communicate with me in a big colored box, or you can put a sticker in the chat, and that contributes to the channel. You can join the channel as a member. You can gift a channel membership. Over on Twitch, you can do bits. We'll treat that like a super chat. You can subscribe to the channel. You can gift a subscription to the channel, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get an Amazon Prime Twitch Prime gaming subscription to grant to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis, once a month. But it's use it or lose it. You can't save them. You can't, hoard them till the end of the year and then bestow them as gifts to your favorite 12 streamers. You got to use them once a month, and you have to remember to do it because they don't renew. So you have to literally go in once a month and click who you want to give it to. So consider. You can't stack them either. So consider doing that for this channel. We could really use the help. We want to keep bringing you Tetris every single month, and we can only do that so long as you guys support it. There's nobody else to do it. Nobody wants to sponsor it. Nobody wants to buy this organization. So I'm stuck doing this for you, and we gotta, if you want it to keep happening, you gotta support it. Okay? Good? Good. Let's bring over the players. And we'll look at them, and we'll get all their stencils lined up and their cameras oriented the right way. We'll refresh them. 5 and 28, right? That's what we're doing. Is it 5? What is he? Is he 5? Andy is 5. I cannot. And I'll thank all the subbers and contributors when we start the match. I just want to get this started, if you don't mind. And then I will give you your just desserts. Here, I'm literally giving you desserts, guys. All right, there's... Oh, we got the Chef Whites on today. You'll have to see it. Okay, there's that. Stencils are good enough. A little off, but they will do. All right, players, I am going to go ahead and give you some pieces. It's 12 minutes in, so here come the pieces. Do, 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 do. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Anyone get the reference? Yeah, it's Pink Floyd. I'm a 48-year-old, kid from the suburbs, so of course. Of course I get the reference. Of course. All right, so I put the pieces in, and the players say goodbye. Hey, I'm 25. Many people my age don't get it. Yeah, well, they don't. You are in condition to play good. You are in condition. Hey, does anyone know if Chen is in the chat? I haven't seen him in a while. Where's Chen? All right, let's go ahead and check pieces. 540 CAC. Isn't that a complete? Isn't CAC like a blood measure? And 540 sounds like bad. That sounds like a bad a bad number for that blood thing. All right, well, let's look. Let's get both these players ready. All right, it is the top 32. It is Pixelandy, and the winner of this goes to the top 16 to take on Guafi. Let's find out who it is gonna be. The plum bracket. Is this purple or plum? I forget which one. Anyway, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I think it's purple. I think it is indeed purple. Oh, Chen is here. All right. All right. Well, thanks. By the way, I want to thank some folks who supported the stream during the intro. We had a contribution from Sergey for the amount of $6.20. And we had one from Burbia in the of $1. Sergey wants even numbers only. I'm with you. Numbers, best numbers. Not gonna lie. Slackjaw with the $25 contribution coming in hot, says love y'all. 1526 is where we're at. Thank you, Slackjaw. We had a Prime sub used by Burbia. We had a gift sub from Elemental to Hannes, or Hannes, I don't know. Elemental also gave out a Tier 1 community gift sub. Thank you, Elemental. On the left side of your screen, it is Pixelandy, a 5-time Masters event winner, a 9-time DAS Masters champ, a 2-time Stupid Tetris Monthly champion. What else is there to say? I mean, a master of many styles. Pixelandy, seed number 5. Now, this is Andy's first match in this tournament. So if you get a top, 16 seed, you get to skip, the round of 64 and round of 48, go right to the round of 32, and everybody else has to sort of fight to play against those 16 in the round of 32. Pixelandy, of course, number 5 seed. He's got a PB of 11.9 million, ranked number 6 in the world. According to the Premier poll, he is one of the game crashers and is a former overall score world record holder. I think that's back when he had like an 8.9 million, I think. Serial number, thank you for the $10 contribution into the prize pool. Appreciate that. That gets us up to $1,536. $2,000 is the goal. We really need to make progress today. They're getting a big chunk of the tournament done today, and we really do need to make progress in that prize pool. So I really appreciate those of you coming out and doing that. Anyway, Pixelandy, of course, also a 6-time CTWC gold bracket player, and he's finished in, the runner-up spot. That was in 2020. He was in the top 4 in 2021 and 22. He's also the winner of CTWC's Jonas Cup in 2025. That is their North American DAS Championship. So, Pixelandy, he's doing a lot. 315 for him, 332 for O. Chef O, a long timer in Cute Pup Jesus with a $25 contribution. Thank you. O has been playing in the CTM for a while. Masters debut. That was back in February of 2021. And his first opponent was Nenu. Pretty good. Chef O did win a future circuit back in September of 2022. The opponent in the finals was Xenophilius. There's a name. And this is O's 4th appearance in Mega Masters. Did not play the first year. The first year it was a 32-player double-sized tournament. We thought that was a big deal. Like, oh my God, how are you going to get 31 matches done in 1 month? And we're, oh my God. Now we do that every single month because we're much better at what we do. But that was the big deal because it went from 16 to 32. That's a match every day or more. I know. You've also seen Chef O play in our No Cap November last year, played in our No Bars November, where he took a top 4 spot in the No Bars format. A top 4 spot there. Chef O seed number 28. And he got a 1-round bye for being in the top 32 of quals. 530 for O, 514 for Andy. So O defeated Hepta in round 2 to get to this round 3 top 32 match. And O's got a PB of 2.83 million. Both players rolling. You can see O with the traditional. I mean, it's been around like, 4 years, 5 years. The traditional rolling grip, kind of drumming the pads of the fingers on the back. Pixelandy is a knuckle roller, or a knuckle dragger, as we used to, call people. But you don't want to call someone that. That's a bad thing to call someone. But we used to call people that in high school. So don't call people that. That's a bad thing to call someone. But yeah, drags his knuckles across the bottom of the controller instead of the pads of the fingers. So, of course, that was the way that Andy found that he could play NES Tetris at the top level successfully. Did that in his first month back, really in CTM Open, Masters play. Came back and won a tournament, so pretty good. 631 here for Andy, 683 for I was a high school bully. Far from it. I was the leave me alone person. I was the brooding loner. That was in high school. Probably before junior year, I was the class clown type. And then when sophomore, junior year hit, I was the brooding loner. What's up, Chen? 719 for Pixelandy, 748 for O. Vandy, I kind of view Vandy as the kind of guy who hypes up school fights, not in the least. Not at all. I thought that was barbaric and stupid and hated all that. Not at all. $100 from Chris Selden. 100. That gets us up to 1661. We get a palindrome sighting. Thank you, Chris S. Really appreciate that. That is huge. Thank you. 872 for Andy, 874 for O. Same line count. It is tight. Vandy's being bashful. He was the school jock. I was not. I worked at the library and in the school computer lab. All right, AO6 for Andy. That's a max out, but his board a little janked up here. Has time to clean all this before 29 hits, and he's going to go to work doing that just now. Voted most likely to run a niche retro gaming channel. Something like that. All right, so Andy is try to get. Oh, that's a good little clapboard double there. I don't know what else to call it, but it just looks like that. All right, so Andy's into 29, A67. Oh, he's got the max out. He's on 29 as well. But yeah, I was not involved in school fights. I would de-escalate them with a withering barb. That is what I tried to do. A76 for Chef O. B02 for Pixelandy. And O is set up and long bar goes in Tetris for O. B21. So O has got a small lead here at 263 lines. Lines are tied. Lines are tied. I definitely did not maintain GPA. I almost didn't graduate. So I don't like doing homework. But it was easier to let me graduate. So they figured out how to let me do that. All right, Chef O getting up a little bit high on the board. Long bar over Tetris B86. There's another one. Andy gets one, C57, and their paces are pretty much identical. So, yeah, when the lines are tied, it is very close. So, yeah, Andy right now, 23,000 points ahead, gets a long bar down for a Tetris, but has a dirty board. O's board a little cleaner, but okay, going to bring this down with a triple. C60, under 30 lines to go until level 39. Andy's ahead by 60,000 points. And Andy clean. Chef-O trying to get clean. Gonna have to get like 2 Tetrises unanswered, basically. And there's a Tetris for Andy. Oh, Andy's middle of the board, though. Kind of a mess. And Chef-O's board is, I don't know if this is going to be, you know, the 3 Tetris board or 2 plus Tetris board that he needs. How's he going to do this? He needs to set up for 2 somehow. And would that even be enough? He's going to have to be 3, and I just don't see where it's going to come from. So it was a close one the entire way, but Pixelandy will eke out a win in game number 1. That was a good game. That was a good game. I would need to set up for 15. Why am I catching strays? All I'm trying to do is bring you guys a nice tournament. What would have been the relationship between me and the Kingsman? Kingsman would have been cheating off me and asking me to do his homework or exams. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, Kingsman's a smart guy, but he's, you know, he's busy. He was busy, you know, with the ladies. So, you know, he'd be out, you know, doing that stuff. And I would be asked to help him pass. All right, new pieces. Yeah, Kingsman has shared like his like I think high school or college pictures, and yeah, he was I don't know, he was pretty good. I don't know, he was all right. I mean, better than he is now. That's for sure. All right, player pieces are here. All right, pieces are here. EA731E. They've got them. And they're ready to go. Game number 2. Pixelandy and Andy up 1 game to none. 3-1 Tetris. Yeah, I think Kingsman was like a smooth operator. You could tell. He was tall, dark, and handsome. Well, I mean, he wasn't tall. He's a reasonable height. You know, he could get something off a shelf. Okay, game number 2 has begun after, I don't know, kind of a banger of a game number 1. If that's what we're in for, then I don't know. Maybe I should get on some kind of hard medication or something. False Minute says, I'm going into high school in 4.5 months and I'm 5'1". Yeah, you're going to just like zip right up. You're going to be like, bzzzt. You're gonna feel taller from like day to day. It's gonna be crazy. That's how those things work. All right, same line, same score. Andy and O. I like my height just for it. I think 5, you know, just a shade under 5'11", perfect. That's a good height. for me. And yeah, these players separated by 4 push down points on O's side. Other than that, it was same line, same score still. Quick Dex, by the way, I missed your 100 bits. Thank you, Quick Dex. Let's get all the Tetrises. Tetrii, you know what I mean? Yeah, Tetrises. We say Tetrises. Tetrii would be if it were like Latin, but Tetares, right? Greek for 4. $323 Pixelandy, $345 for O. Chef O with the Vits. Gets the long bar in. Tucks it in. All right, skimming and awaiting. So maybe any efficiency gained by setting up for a Vits burned away. Getting the subsequent Tetris. $395 for O, $376 for Pixelandy. Yeah, Scooty is I mean, when's the last time I was in a room with Scooty? 2004? Is that right? So I haven't been to any events since 2004. Like Jonas Cup, I guess. Oh, 2024. 2004, guys. I was 2004. Yeah, it was me and Thor, you know, and Robin Mahara. I don't know what was even happening in 2004. 2024. Just you guys wait. Those of you who haven't lived through multiple decades, you know, you just wait. It'll happen to you. Don't worry. That's what you have to look forward to. I met Blue Scooty in 2004. He was really small. How were the late 1900s? They were grand. They were grand. I mean, we're all made of star stuff, right? 602 for O, 582 for Pixelandy. And yeah, O here with the 600K. I guess a Tetris has one more available. This is a pace. Pixelandy with the 600K as well. And we are into 19 on O's side. All right, there's a good triple. O long bar in Tetris 704. And Andy gonna burn a double into 19, like 638. So double 600Ks in game number 2. Tetris for Andy, 714. $768 for Andy, $840 for O. Suds with the 52 months, 52 weeks in a year. 52 cards in a deck. Wow. Thank you, Suds. Subbed longer than Scooty has been alive. I know. 926 for O, 884 for Pixelandy. Jay in the window with the tier 3 sub, also 52 months. Thank you, Jay in the window, tier 3. Now that is some support. Thank you, Jay. I mean, that's basically 100. That's 156. Cute Pup Jesus gifted 5 subs to the monthly Tetris community. A57 here for O, level 25. All right, gets the spin. Oh, really taking no prisoners here. I admire the aggression and the pace. A little bit of a slowdown here for O, though. A63, 991 for Pixelandy. Those 5 subs gifted by Cute Pup Jesus went to Mansion. More pro than Bo. Ribsta. That's a name from the past. Aramis Belmont, Kofi Dan. That's who they went to. I think I remember Ribsta being in. This could be wrong. But who is that lady? Oh, Shanna Berry Blast. I don't think she streams anymore. But I remember Ribsta being in that chat, I think. C53 for O. B12 for Pixelandy. And oh no, that left side for O, and that is tough. That's going to be a top out. Chase down target for Andy is C58. This is not a gimme though. So yeah, rough transition into 29 for O. Andy needs 121,000 points from here. He's got a lot of time to do it. You'll see what he can do. Chef O eating looks like a steamed bun of some sort. That's what I'd be doing. What's in that steamed bun? I want to know what's in that. All right, B74 for Andy. Needs to get to C58. Foiled Thrice says uncrustable. No. That is a steamed bun for sure. I mean, Chef O is a gourmand, right? Not even uncrustable. Oh, that left side for Andy. We'll see. All right, chops it down. No problem. So he's got 40 lines to get 42,000 points. And Andy's blocking the right side. Uncovers, gets the long bar down, triple. All right, 15,000 to go. He's singling and doubling. He's got almost no pieces on the board. So, just whittling this down line by line, and that is going to do it. Pixelandy takes game number 2. So, Chef O with like a 1.2 into 29. Big pacing, and had a big 600K as well. But yeah, just a rough entry into 29. Couldn't survive 29. And even though he had a big lead over Andy, Andy was able to chase it down. But, Chef O impressing. So just kind of sad you get slammed by 29. All right, new pieces to the players. Oh, we're at 300 subscribers. But we're back up to 300 subscribers again. Thank you, everybody. Seed. There it is. Now, should I be like, you know, a lot of streamers like put the subscribers and things like that on the screen. Should I do that? I don't think I want to do that. Then again, people like to see, oh, I made number go up. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I tried it once and it didn't feel right. Why can't I edit the transform on this? It is not letting me do that. That's weird. There we go. Too much clutter. It takes away from the focus on Tetris. Yep. If only they could make a different number go up on screen. I'll take either one at this point, Cole. Gotta be honest. Have the latest subscriber kind of tab somewhere, like on the screen or on the, like on the about page or something. You need a Vandy Reacts cam. Yeah, I'm not into that. Like I could just put my big dumb screen, you know, my big green screen face over the thing and go, what? Huh? What? No. Huh? Bro. You know, I could just do that, like right over it. No. I don't want to do that. Like, nobody cares. Nobody have to see this big dumb face. Hear me out. Instead of the black behind the pieces, have it be your face. Colin, that been there, done that. Back in like 2019. Tetris deathmatch between me and, oh God, I'm blanking on his name. Who's the beard guy? Who is the beard champion guy? I'm totally missing his name. He was the one with the he had a Tetris van that yeah, Burke. Yeah, Burke T. Kenny, right. Yeah. Yeah. I can't, it's been so long. I can barely remember my own name some days. All right. 06 to 89. All right, well, both players are ready. It's game number 3. Chef O got to win this one. And just one at a time. That's all you can do. Pixelandy looking to wrap it up right now. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Does CTM have a database API? Do we have a database? You know. Who's Burke? Burke T. Kenny was a somebody in the Tetris. I guess officially you never leave the Tetris community except Dilo. That's it. But yeah, I don't know. He was the guy. He played in some of the early CTMs, and he was a beard champion. He was even honored with there's a quirky baseball card set from Topps that also honors weird things. Like it's a retro set that honors like weird things or others, celebrities or odd accomplishments. And Burke got a baseball card in Allen and Ginter. I forget which, that was the name of the product. I don't remember the name of the year of it. It was like 2019, 2018, something like that. He was a beard champion, but he was also in our Tetris community and played in CTWC and all that stuff. There have been a couple people with Tetris player appearing in sports card sets. So Bo Steele, remember Bo, the player from Minnesota? He has a card in Allen and Ginter as well. He was one of the like early max outers. So yeah, if you go on check out my cards, you can probably find them like comc.com. Look up Bo Steele or Burke Kenny. Now, Burke's not in for his Tetris. He's in for beards. And I guess technically, you know, Evelyn Eng, the poker player, is in our Tetris community. She's a friend of mine, and she also played in the community tournament a couple times. And she's, you know, for her poker stuff, she's on trading cards, you know, all over the place, I'm sure. 177 for Pixelandy. So, you know, we got some people that are on some, you know, official trading cards. 180 for Pixelandy, 264 for O. Invictus Ray just had dinner, made a burger, and warmed up potatoes. Harissa potatoes. That sounds good. $276 for Pixelandy, $358 for O. All right, now people are just saying random people they know that are in video games from their hometown. I guess I was in the credits, I think, of... what was I in the credits of? Battlefield... Whatever. Oh, shoot. O's left side. Whatever, when they kind of relaunched Battlefield in the early 2010s. I think I'm in the credits of that. And then one other game. I forget which one it was. So obviously I'm very famous and very influential. All right, so O gonna find a way to sort of clean this board up. Minimal burns here. Did have to end up doing this, but maybe he could build. Yeah, builds a dirty Tetris. He'll take it. And he's set up again. Column 7 Tetris if he can get it quickly. And there it is, Tetris column 7. So Chef O out by about 70,000 points. 3 Tetrises and change. All right, 551 for O, 478 for Pixelandy. Into 19 now. O with the lead. Long bar in, 1 row off the bottom. O. Oh, all right. So I guess I'm in the credits for Battlefield 4 and like 5 DLCs or expansions or whatever. I wasn't even working for them then. They still put me in. 573 for Pixelandy, 698 for O. Tetris for 0728 601 for Pixelandy. I had a ton to do with the success of Battlefield 4. I think I'm in one of the Madden or FIFA games too, but not on this site, I guess. I thought I was. 818 for O. Or maybe it was SimCity. They couldn't have done it without me. 823 for O. 750 for Pixelandy. Tetris for 0888 level 26. There's another Tetris for both. One apart in lines and about a 44,000 point lead for O, like under 2 Tetrises. Oh, that's O's got a name where if something goes wrong, you say his name like oh. All right, max out for O 28. Andy gets a long bar down. Tetris. All right, O is into 29. A 48. Andy is in at 970. So about a 78,000 point lead for O. That's like 2 Tetrises. O trying to down stack here, get a good board. All right, Tetris for Andy. A52 starting to close the gap. Now post 29. Oh. All right. All right, O's board starting to climb. Oh, that left side. Oh, no, that's top out BO2. BO3 is the target for Andy. And he has got a long time to get this BO3 target. And that is going to do it. Pixelandy going to take this one in a sweep, 3 games to none. So GG's Pixelandy and Chef O. I mean, moments of and flashes of brilliance, but it was Andy who was able to be just a bit more consistent today. But you can see why O made it this deep in this tournament. So GG's to you, O. Hope to see you again. We'll watch Andy mulling it out a bit. And it will be Pixelandy taking on Guafi. I guess I could just do that right now. All right, let's see if Andy can level 40. Nope. There it is. Pixelandy will win and now has set up a top 16 match with Guafi. We'll come back in 2-2, as Chuck Woolery used to say. All right, we'll be back. So Guafi is... Nope, that's the wrong one. What is Guafi? Yeah, Guafi 12. All right, let's get these dudes refreshed and all that. Whoops. Hello. What's up, Evie? Welcome. Did you raid? I mean, you probably raided. Thanks for the raid. Party of 11 viewers coming over from Evie. You are watching Classic Tetris Monthly's annual championship called Mega Masters 2026. It is a Tetris. It is a Tetris. It's a tournament. It is a Tetris. It is a tournament all about NES Tetris. That is the game. Best players in the world playing here. And we have got a top 16 matchup coming up. And then, so this matchup right now will determine who goes to our top 8. And then we're going to have another top 8 match as well. So it's two very consequential matches coming up among some of the best players in the world. So please consider sticking around. We are just about ready to set up our next match. All right, let's fix this stencil. All right, well, hopefully that did it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Blue Scooty wants some ice cream. Yeah, me too. All right, I do want to remind y'all while we're waiting for both players to get ready that we do have a prize pool for this tournament. Ultimately, we're looking to, beat, last year or the year before or even the year before that. So it would be pretty good. And along the way, you can unlock some cool stuff on the channel. We can return with clinch the relaunch of Tetris Deathmatch, where so long as we continue to exist, we will do Tetris Deathmatch between now and the next Mega Masters. We can unlock the Tap Masters tournament for 2026. We can relaunch Monday Night Chasedown, which is something people have been asking for. So we'll make it an incentive. If we beat last year's prize pool, we will relaunch Monday Night Chasedown once a month until the next Mega Masters. Yeah, so that's some stuff. But right now we're just looking to pay the top 4. We need to get to $2,000 to do that. We are $339 away from doing that. It's a raid from Mari, party of 6. Thank you, Mari. Thank you, Raiders. I'm assuming most of Mari's Raiders probably know what CTM is. Probably know what Mega Masters is. So yeah, it's Mega Masters. Two huge matches coming up. Pixelandy versus Guafi for a top 8 spot, and then Dog versus Iball for a top 8 spot. 2 massive matches. All right, just give me 1 minute. And I will be right back, and we'll get that going. All right, my dudes, it is Wednesday, and yeah, I've given you seeds 6EFE13. EFE13. Oh, I really like $25,000 Pyramid just conceptually. That was like my favorite game to play along with. I think I would have been really good at that. All right, folks, while these players are getting settled, I do want to show you what is at stake. We do have 4 players who've already earned their way into the top 8. One of these players will join them. I think the winner of this goes against Meme. Is that right? Do I have that right? Somebody check me on that. But yeah, one of these blank spots will be filled with one of these players, Pixelandy or Guafi. It's a round of 16 match. Let us get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side, it is Pixelandy, seed number 5 from the USA. He's got a PB of 11.9 million. At one point, he was the world record holder for overall score in NES Tetris. That's when he had, I think, 8.9 million. He's the number 6th ranked Tetris player in the world, according to the Premier poll, and you can find the rankings over at premierpoll.com. Premier has an E at the end. Use the PP command in chat to bring up that link. Pixelandy is a 5-time Masters winner. He won in like 22 and 23. And then there was like a 22-month gap between his, at that time, most recent win and then his comeback win, which I think was it June of 2025? I think it was June or July. So summer of 2025. came back 22 months. He had pretty much, retired or was taking an extended break from open gameplay. Made a big name for himself in DAS competitions. He's won our DAS Masters event 9 times. He was the runner-up at CTWC's DAS World Championship in 2025 and the winner of their North American Championship, the Jonas Cup, that same year. He's also our reigning Mega Daster Corporal 381 with the 338.99 into the prize pool. That gets us up to 1999.99, which is probably how much it cost to get like a jacuzzi installed in 1988. So thank you so much to Corporal 381. We are 1 penny away from being able to pay the top 4 and reach our next incentive. So thank you, Corporal. It's very, very kind. We also know Pixelandy from CTWC, where he's got several high finishes, including a couple of top 4 finishes and runner-up in 2020. And what else do you know him from? Yeah, Stupid Tetris Monthly is probably where most of you know Andy from, where he is a 2-time Stupid Tetris Monthly champion. That was in the... let's see. That would have been in Crunch Mode and Low Stack. That's right. Low Stack. So there's Pixelandy. On the right side, Guafi seed number 12. 283 for Guafi, by the way. 305 here for Pixelandy in game 1. Guafi seed number 12 from the USA. PB of 4.69 million. The 11th ranked player in the world. Guafi is a 2-time CTWC gold bracket player at his best run in 2025. Made it into the top 16. 2-time Mega Masters player as well. We've also seen Guafi at the Toronto Regional just a couple months back, where he took the runner-up spot in that one, not to a Canadian, but to Meme, who's almost a Canadian. Also, we've seen him at the Northeast Regional in Connecticut and the Boston Tea Parody Regional as well. Noah Boa with the $1, and that will unlock our $2,000 incentive. So Noah Boa doing the heavy lifting there. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate that. $401 for Guafi, $414 for Pixelandy. This is a best of 5, with the winner going to the top 8 in this tournament. Guafi's first monthly Masters event was in January of 2025. That was the expansion month. And he made it into the top 8 of that month. And he's made it pretty consistently ever since then. 484 for Pixelandy, 471 for Guafi. Noah Boa says with the $1, hey, I found $1. Oh, thank you, Noah. 518 for Guafi, 553 for Pixelandy. No, Noah Boa, it was all you. You did the bulk of it. So thank you. And thanks, I guess, to Corporal a little tiny bit. 589 for Guafi, 577 for Pixelandy. Guafi now on 19. Pixelandy is in with a 600K. Has anyone done better than Guafi in their first appearance? Yeah, Harry Hung won it in his first appearance. Gotcha. All right, 671 for Guafi, 655 for Pixelandy. Was that Luis's debut in Masters when Luis won it? No, Luis had played in Masters before. 743 Pixelandy, 760 for Guafi. He'd played in it one time before. $771 Pixelandy, $791 Guafi. Andy clean. $861 Pixel. There's a very intriguing game show conversation going on YouTube. It's hard. I can't follow the whole thing. I wish I could. Because I really loved game shows when I was a kid. I think the show that Peter Tomarkin's show before Press Your Luck was called Sale of the Century. I'm pretty sure that was Peter Tomarkin. I used to love Sale of the Century. 965 for Pixelandy, 965 for Guafi. So pretty close in score. Andy with a few lines in hand though. Tetris for Guaf, max out, and max out for Andy. So pretty close. OTDQ says, I almost never catch this live, but I watch the heck out of the YouTube highlights. Love what you do, Vandy. Big ups to the competitors. Thank you, OTDQ. Appreciate that. Thank you for being here live. Guafi is in. A51, level 29. That speed is doubled. And Pixelandy could potentially get one more at Tetris before 29. See how long he decides to hold out for it. And yeah, not going to hold out too long. Long bar over Tetris, Andy. There it is. So B56 here for Andy. A77 for Guafi. Guafi gets a big long bar over to that left side to bring this down a bit. Tetris for Pixelandy, C54, B01 Guafi. He is clean, but he is back by about 150,000 points. So Guafi going to need to start pouring it on here. He's got about 50-something lines to go until level 39, where the speed will double. Kill these players' games. What's up, Sharky? I hope you are doing well. I hope I'm doing well too, but there's no way to know. Oh, that left side for Guafi. I didn't think that bar was getting over. It did not. That is going to be a top out for Guafi at B73. That means Pixelandy is good. Game number one. Players, after game two, I am going to run an ad. It's a 1-minute ad. If Twitch lets me, just to let you know. We got to pay for Zempro and cat surgery, man. That's what the ads, that's what the Twitch ads pay for. So you can really just blame them directly. Say, you know, if it weren't for you guys, never have to watch ads. We wouldn't have to watch ads if we didn't schedule the matches. Oh, that's true. You know, Cole, it's something I've been thinking a lot about lately. So, all right, let's give these players. Did I give them pieces? No, I didn't. New pieces are here. 19D05B. I thought I did. I thought I hit the button, but nope. Thanks, Javan T, for the pin of the seed. I used to like that supermarket sweep. You run through the store and you gotta, ring up the biggest receipts or whatever. There were pricing games, and then right at the end you had to race through, and people would, hams are very expensive, so we got to grab a bunch of hams. That was a crazy show. But I like that. All right, looks like both players are already 19D05B. Okay, game 2. Pixelandy up 1 game. Oh, sorry about that. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. There it is. There we go. I keep hitting the wrong button. All right, there it is. That's the real button. Let's go. We're good. Now, 3, 2, 1. Ready? No. Go. Don't change your seat. Go. Oh. All right, guys. I hit the wrong button. And Guafi didn't know. All right. All right. Top out, guys. Sorry about that. We're getting some new pieces. All right. Ready? Here we go. Official new pieces. That's going on my permanent record. Yeah, sorry about that. Guys, grocery games. It's very similar to Supermarket Sweep. So I loved game shows and infomercials. That was like my favorite stuff to watch on TV. The best. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I don't hit any bad. All right, here we go. This is the real game number 2. Pixelandy up 1 game to none. Guafi looking to win this one. Tie it up. Let's go 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, I found infomercials fascinating. My favorite one was, well, it was a series. Like these infomercials back in the 90s used to pretend they were a TV show. And there was a series called Amazing Discoveries with Mike Levy. And he wore like, these Cosby sweaters or whatever. Like he had these horrible sweaters. My favorite one was for a product called HP 9000, which was like a stain remover for clothes. I remember that. That was one of my favorites. Mark with the Prime sub. Mark from Germany with the Q. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Mark. Mark says, let's go Guafi. The other infomercial was blue blockers. Which are like, these sunglasses that blocked out blue light or whatever. But I mean, I have this song that I have just stuck in my head forever, where they just find some like freestyle rapper, just kind of, he's on the street and they ask him to like freestyle a jingle for blue blockers, and it's so good. You find it on YouTube. It's still on YouTube, and it's like it's in my head forever. I think that was the legendary marketer Joe Sugarman. For you marketing geeks out there. 185 for Pixelandy, 170 for Guafi. Corporal says that terrible Blue Blocker rap song? What do you mean terrible? Oh. That's like my theme song. It's like the soundtrack to my life, Corporal. Isn't that one relative? Oh, weakest. Oh, you guys are talking about. Game shows still. 281 for Pixelandy, 247 for Guafi. You think that song is basura? Oh man, I love that. Like, my name is Geek. I put him on as a shocker. Damn, I love these blue blockers. Like he does a whole freestyle, but that song is just in my head forever. I love that. Every once in a while, I got to go back and listen to it. 356 for Pixelandy, 315 for Guafi. All right, Guafi trying to find something to burn out of this efficiently. Sharky. Yeah, I love commercial jingles. Oh, O'Reilly, Auto Parts. Ow! You know? I mean, I love that. And then some New England specific ones that I grew up loving. Get in the zone. Auto Zone. 367 for Guafi, 428 for Pixelandy. If you grew up in New England in the 80s and 90s, you probably know Giant Glass. All right, Tetris. So it's like, so literally nobody in the chat would know that. 479 for Pixelandy, 440 Guafi. Menards. Oh, Menards. You save big money. You save big money when you shop Menards. Yeah, I lived in Wisconsin for 4 years. Save big money at Menards. Of course, everybody in Wisconsin thought Menards. If you were 12 years old, you thought a place called Menards was hilarious. $533 for Guafi, $573 for Pixelandy. George Amoki says, from Naomi and Toby, have fun, guys. Well, thank you, Naomi and Toby. Hope you guys are enjoying your day and life. So thank you. 620 here for Pixelandy, 582. Now it's serious Tetris time, level 19. The speed has increased by 50%. Tetris is on 19 worth 24,000. On 20, they're at 25,200. They're going to increase 1,200 points every level increase. So thanks again, George Amoki. Burb Wizard Raid Party of 3. What's up, Jasmine? Jasmine is here. We missed some Vitzes? Vitz? What's the plural of Vitz? Vitzes? OTDQ is 41 and thinks Menards is hilarious. I mean, come on. It's like, like in Texas, we have H-E-B, the grocery store, and the B stands for butt because the guy's last name was Butt. So I just you can't unknow that. 763 for Pixelandy. 695 for Guafi. There's the Tetris Guafi, 723. And long bar to column 4 for Andy. Gets a Tetris. And he's going to stay in column 4. See if he can do this without taking a burn. He's going to have to take some burns, I think. Gets a Tetris. All right, well, not too many burns. 898, still in the lead. In fact, he increased his lead. 898 for Andy, 830 for Guafi. Oh, Andy with kind of a overshift, extra tap there on that square to the left. That's going to gum up the works on the left side. And this could allow Guafi back into it. Now, here's the thing. Guafi is 12 lines ahead. Back by about 10,000 points, somewhere in there. But Andy's still digging in the aftermath of that misdrop. And Guafi going to Tetris into 29. A15, the max out for Guafi, million points. All right, Guafi just trying to keep this low. He's got a lead. Now he's trying to preserve that lead. Now can Guafi ahead like 8 lines, something like that. Long bar in for a double. Another double. Oh boy, Guafi. Oh no, that left side is fatal. That is a top out for Guafi at A44. Pixelandy, it's his day of chase downs. We'll see if he can do it again. He is, he's got to get to A44 and change. And that triple is going to clinch it for Andy in game number 2. So Andy is going to go up 2 games to none. Guys, I am going to run a 1-minute ad just after Andy tops out. So if you need to do some jumping jacks or whatever, you can do that. All right, that's going to be a top out. We'll run that ad, and there we go. Well, while we're enduring that ad, those of you who are not seeing ads, we can do this. A thing. We have a thing that we can do. And that thing is celebrate that we have now reached our $2,000 goal this stream. And so now we can do, what is this? What am I doing? We're doing that. So there it is. We are now on our $4,000 goal, where we're looking to pay the top 8. If we get there, we will unlock the return of Tetris Deathmatch. So we are now paying the top 4 in the tournament. And thanks so much for those of you who helped make that happen. We'll thank everybody at the end of today's action. But yeah, we're going to work on our $4,000 goal now to pay the top 8 and relaunch Tetris Deathmatch. Use that Matcherino command while you're watching live, or you can find the link in the description of the YouTube thing. Okay? Good. Imagine if someone plays on a level 28 start. Imagine. Oh my God. The possibilities are mind-boggling. What would happen? What is Tetris Deathmatch? Tetris Deathmatch is the original show up and play Tetris event. So where people just not, the first non-tournament, people just playing friendly games or pickup matches or challenging people in chat. It was the first of its kind. And that was launched back in 2018. It was the only other Tetris event on Twitch, online event besides Classic Tetris Monthly when launched. It ran on my channel. And we kept it going for like 5 years. I handed it off to Ronkly. Eventually, when we expanded this tournament, we couldn't reserve Sundays anymore for that. But yeah. So that is it. Your old pal Van Dweller basically invented Tetris. Despite level 28 being the same speed as 19, a Tetris can gain 34,800 points instead of 24,000. Oh my god, well, this is totally new information, ETS. I have not considered the possibilities. All right, FB958795. What was I doing on September 5th, 87? I don't know. All right, looks like both players are on seed. Both players ready. It is game number 3. Pixelandy can wrap up his spot in the top 8 right now. Guafi has got to win to try to hang on and have a chance to advance. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Eathead says, Deathmatch and Friendly don't seem to go hand in hand. Well, it was an ironic title because clearly no one's continued existence is at stake. So it was an ironic title. "2018 irony was still really big, but that's all gone now." Okay, long bar gets down here for Guafi. Andy gonna get a bar. That will help him clean up his board. And now Andy in a good position here. Long bar in 760. It's weird. I had this sudden impulse to use the word long bar as a verb, and I fought the impulse. But, he long bars into column 10. There's something that sounds right about that to me. So I don't know. That might come out again. We'll see. But I had this impulse, and I'm like, no, that's not right. But then I thought, maybe it is right. Anyway, Guafi long bars into column 10. Help clean this up. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll just start saying that. I'll start a thing. He long bars into column 5. Rhubarb, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I won't force it, but I won't fight it. How about that? No force, and no fight. If it happens, it happens. Mr. Brain says, I don't want to get long barred. $163 for Andy, 171 for Guafi. S-spin, Guafi, Burns, waiting. Long bar goes in Tetris, 218, Guafi. Def Gamer says, I'm watching Survivor 50's finale alongside it. Survivor's still on? I had no idea. $240 for Andy. Little S flat here. Burned away. Guafi, long bar in Tetris. $270. No spoilers for Survivor. You're watching CTM and said, Cole, you watch Survivor. What? People are watching Survivor. I mean, listen, you can like what you want. It's totally fine. I just didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't know. I can't watch TV that is current TV. I can't do it. At this point, I only watch shows after they have had their run. Because I don't want to get strung along by a show that turns bad. So I'd rather just kind of know in some sense if it continued to remain good. Now, reality show isn't like that. Line spin, the canonical line spin setup for Guafi gets the spin. So satisfying. Try Pluribus, modern, but feels 90s. It's not over yet, right? It's not over. It's still an active program. So I just finished The Good Place. I really like that. And I guess since Kristen Bell is in that, it inspired me to go watch something that I had always wanted to watch but never did, which is Veronica Mars. So I'm watching Veronica Mars now. Who donated? Well, you can go find out. You can go look at the Matcherino page, and we'll tell you everybody who contributed and what they said. But Corporal made a big contribution to get us there. 427 for Guafi into 19. You recommend Barry. That's the one with who's in that? I think it's an actor or a comedian actor guy that I don't like, which is why I never watched it. I'm not against watching it, but Bill Hader. Yeah, I don't know if I have a mild distaste for Bill Hader, but I can't explain why. But it's not enough that I wouldn't watch it. So for me, like on a scale of, I always rate things on a scale of -5 to 5, not 1 to 10. And Bill Hader's like a -1 to a 0. You know, slightly negative, but you know, somewhere in there. $670 for Guafi. $624 for Pixelandy. Henry Winkler is in it. Can Henry Winkler carry a show now? Like, I mean, it was fun to see him in Arrested Development, but like as a main character, I don't know. 712 Pixelandy, 769 for Guafi. All right, I'll put it on the list, guys. I will put it on the list. I have to do my research. I have to do my own research, guys. $805 for Guafi, $803 for Pixelandy. Long bar down, Guafi, $838. Tetris for Andy, $837. Kind of a pullback of the long bar. It's going to cause a couple burns for him. Now, Pixelandy back 30,000 points, but also lines back. So if you give him 2 Tetrises for those 8 lines, then pace-wise, he'd be ahead. You think Tetris time is better than Barry? What's up, Fractal? Our old pal, Fractal. $9.11 here. A skimming at Tetris for Pixelandy. Tetris Guafi. Guafi takes a triple. He's got a Tetris he can take into 29, which he does. A 23 for Guafi into 29. Andy gets a Tetris 989. So Guafi's got to bring this down. And he's got to get some points here in the 29 phase. Tetris for Andy into 29 at about like a 27. All right, little S-spin here for Guafi. Gonna open up that right side, bringing it down. Triple A98 for Guafi. Andy is not clean. Guafi is not clean, but he's bringing it down. Oh, he's going dirty. He is going dirty. This is risky as heck. But he got it. So great for Guafi to try to keep this lead. Pixelandy gonna Tetris though into the lead by a small amount, just a few thousand points. Andy in the lead. Guafi here playing with a lot of confidence. Oh, but he's gonna hang that J on the left. He could still maybe try and chop this down. But Andy has got the lead. So, oh no, that left bar is fatal. That is a top out for Guafi, and Pixelandy is good and will make it into the top 8. Guafi, I don't think embarrassing at all. I think he played really, really well against a super tough competitor here in the round of 16. So hopefully we'll see you at CTWC and other events, and we will be rooting for you. So GG's to you, and congrats on getting into the round of 16. Pixelandy gonna go for a victory lap here and do the Mullen thing. And then after this is not over. We have one more match. So we got one more match, and that will also determine a top 8 player. It's gonna be Dog versus Iball. So just back-to-back massively consequential matches. And Andy gonna try to see if he can. Yeah, he gets the rollover. And he's just playing on 39. He's just playing on 39, no problem. So there it is. Andy is good and will go to the top 8. So GG's to you, and GG's again to Guafi. So here is our top 8. And where does Andy go? Where does Andy go? All right, you ready? All right, well, there he is. He is faded into the top 8. And that's going to be a banger of a top 8 match. Meme versus Pixelandy. Are you kidding me? That is bonkers. Totally bonkers matchup in the top 8. Crazy. Only one of those players can make it into semis. Brady Bunch next year, Pumpy, if there is a next year, I'm for it. I am for it. All right, we're going to run an ad real quick. We'll come back. We'll set up our next matchup. It's going to be Dog versus Iball for another top 8 spot. I'll see you in 2 and 2. Okay, so let's set all that up. My God, I mean, that's just nuts. You would love my show recommendations? I don't know, Jen. I just think we come from different worlds and different generations. I don't know what you like. I can't give a blanket recommendation to the world. Like everyone on Earth must watch this show. So I don't know what you like. I would need to know something about what you like already. All right, so let's see. Goodbye, number 5. And then what is dog? Dog is number 6. All right, so there's number 6, dog. And then Iball is number 22. What was Guafi? Number 12? Oh, yeah, there we go. And 22. Okay, so here's the thing. This match is not scheduled to start for a half hour, actually. I just realized. So I can stay online if you guys want. But it is not scheduled to start until 8:15. So basically, what would you prefer? Do you want me to stay online or take a break? Yeah, I forgot that this was delayed a little bit. PB stream. All right. Well, I'm a little under the weather, so Cousin Avi has gifted a sub to Fractal. You want me to have a Kit Kat bar? Oh, I wish. All right. I can do some stay online and order us a pizza. You guys order me a pizza. Me order you. I'm well, I guess you guys are the guests, right? You're in my house. You guys are the guests, so I guess that makes sense. Where's my garbage stream? God, I haven't played online in a long time. And I'm a little under the weather, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, my webcam totally, changed. All right. Where's the Matcherino? All right, so there's Matcherino. Do I have bottom count? Matcherino. Huh, that's not showing. That's weird. Oh, I see why. Tetris broken up. All right, let me just set this thing up here. Okay. Sorry, I just had to set the scene up a little. It's been a long time since I streamed. But, all right. We can... Oh, my controller. And it's been a long time since I... Oh, why is my controller not fitting in? That's weird. That is not the right... That is not the right info in that Matcherino. So we'll just axe that. There we go. We'll just do that. All right, it's time. So, let me put a timer up just so you get a sense of, what's it called? My stream timer. By the time I get all this set up, they're going to be ready. So, they're scheduled to start in 24 minutes. So, we'll put 24. I have a real like I have this drink. It's called Quench, and I really hate. All right, Mark, you're gonna miss Dog versus Iball. I mean, come on, you can't go to sleep. Stay up. Yeah, I don't know. I got this at Costco. It's like a electrolyte drink, and it's fine. I just hate, you know, products that have to grossly misspell the thing. I'm sure there's like a million things called Quench, so you really can't call it that, but no, I don't like that. Cousin Avi sent on PayPal for a pizza. Cousin Avi, that's really nice. Thank you, Cousin Avi. Really appreciate that. Wow, that's really nice. Thank you, Avi. That's really, really nice. Very generous. I'm not going to order it today since I've already eaten dinner, though. Maybe another day. Maybe I'll order it on stream another day. All right, we got to play some Tetris. And we're just going in. We're going in cold. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. No warm up. Oh my God. Pieces feel very sluggish right now. I just haven't played in a long time. But I think I'm just like habituated to watching all these super fast players, and now my pieces feel really slow and weird. What is happening? But I haven't played in days. I've been preoccupied with other matters. Maybe break theory will help, right? Like you come back stronger after a break. Yes, Iball versus Dog at the end of the timer. I should put that on there. Let's put that on there. Okay. There we go. All right, now we've warmed up. And here it comes. Ready? Max. Here it comes. Any moment now, the max out is coming. Ready? Max out. 3, 2, 1, max out. See this max out? Look at this. I'm on max out pace. This is how you max out. Oh my word. Do I have it? I don't even have a Tetris yet, right? I gotta get one. All right, I feel like one's coming any minute now. All right, there we go. Tetris number 1. What are you talking about? This is how you max. Madelsberger, what's up? Ugh. Come on. We can live. We can live and we want to live. Nice. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, 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 oh. Well, I'm still stacking. I don't know how much longer, but we're still going. Ugh. Come on, dude. Ugh. Never give up. This is some game. Oh my god. What is this? RNG. It's all RNG. If it weren't for luck, I would max out every time. This is a suffer and a half. All right, well, 128 through 82. That's pace. All right. I guess I got to play. I haven't... I have the concepts of a well. Yeah. I have the concept of a plan. All right. I have a concept. I have a concept. Yeah, yes, that is a reference to that. Yes, indeed. I just scratched my nose. Like, I guess I didn't. You don't really have to scratch your nose. Scratching an itch does nothing. It's all a scam perpetrated by Big Scratch. Come on, dude. All right, good. 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 Uh-oh. Oop. Bloop. 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 All right, give me a that thing, the other one. I didn't get it. Oh. All right, we're messing around. We're horsing around in the pool here. There we go. There's one. All right, this is where all of our whatever paste we did have, it's now dying. Ugh. Oh my god. Ghost burn. What? Yeah. If you had to put a likelihood that I'm ever maxing out NES, it would be 1 in 1,000 since I don't play. What's my percentage? The chance that I will max out, like in my entire life, like 50%. In like at some point in my life, 50%. It's possible that I'm not capable of it at all. And a rather high possibility at that. I mean, look at that. What's my PB Vandy? 898,900. 900. I think that's what it is. 50%. Either I will max or I won't. There you go. Yeah, either I will or I won't. So it's 50%. Oh no. Oh no. Man, I'm just, yeah, it's been a while. So I guess break theory is you get worse. Ugh. All right. 11 minutes. Oh my God. 11 minutes until this is over and we can start waiting for Dog and Iball. Oh, whoops. Yikersons. Ugh. I like playing 19 more than anything. I don't know. ADD probably. All right, I'm gonna do some Vandy challenges because I like those. Okay, let's get the max. Let's get the Vandy Max. One. You just need 10 Tetrises, really. Sometimes not even that many. You want to try Vandy challenges, but you don't want to clutter up your scoreboard? Do you have Tetris Gym? Are you on a cartridge? What are you on, a cartridge? All right, let's see if I can. You think I can recite? Think I can stay alive long enough to recite Casey at the bat on 19? All right. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And then when And then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. Oh my! I forgot. Oh my God! I can't. I don't know if I can recite Casey at the bats and do Tetris. Hold on. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to that hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. Crap. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake, and the former was a Lulu and the latter was a cake. So upon this stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat. It seemed a little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all. And how does it go? And Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hug in third. Crap. How does it go? Oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Oh, I couldn't do it long enough. All right. Oh, this is hard to do while playing Tetris at the same time. All right. Level 19. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to that hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake, and the former was a Lulu and the latter was a cake. So upon the stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, where there seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. This is hard to do. Because I playing this, and then I forget the poem, and then I forget the poem. It distracts me from Tetris. Oh, man. All right. Oh, wait. I forgot to start the poem. All right. Ready? The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. But wait, what? Oh, wait. No, see, I'm playing Tetris and I forget the poem. That distracts me from the Tetris. I can do this. All right. The outlook wasn't. I'll say it slow. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2, but one inning more to play. Oh, I got a down stack here. I don't have to do it all. I can just. I've been trying to go as fast as possible to get it before I top out. But maybe the strategy is just to, go slow, take my time, so I can think. But then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go, in deep despair the rest clung to that hope which brings eternal within the human breast. They thought, what is it? They thought if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake, and the former was a Lulu and the latter was a cake. So upon the stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, for it seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more went up a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley. It rattled in the dell. It knocked upon the mountains and recoiled upon the flat. Oh, shoot. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was a smile on Casey's... there's pride in Casey's bearing and a smile in Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt which was Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he... Whoa, I topped out. When he rubbed them on his shirts. When he wiped them on his shirts. Ugh. Oh, man. All right, well, there's one more minute left, so it's not going to happen. But maybe that's a good thing to do. Try to do that and play 19 for as long as I can while I recite that. That is like very distracting. All right, well, let's see if we can get the timer is up in a minute. Let me do one more. Vandy challenge, and then we will start. Or probably like 3 more Vandy challenges. Come on. Ah. Oh, no. I should maybe just start with like the alphabet and then graduate to dumb poems. Read my last message and play Tetris at the same time. I can't read the chat and play Tetris at the same time. Especially, is that Finnish? It looks like Finnish. All right. So it looks like we got a couple players here that are just about ready to go, or at least one of them is streaming. So there's number 6, number 22. All right, folks, what we've got for you right now is a top 16 matchup between Dog and Iball. The winner of this will advance to the top 8. We've already got 5 people in the top 8 now. Big names. Dangler, Meme, Pixelandy, Cole, and Alex T. Dog will slot in right next to Alex T. You know, one thing we should have done, when we get to the top 8, we should have scrambled it. We should have randomized the seeds. You know, get to the top 8, get everybody established, and then randomize it. That's what we should have done. Maybe next year, if we're still around, that's what we're going to do. Just totally randomize the top 8. Nobody knows who they're going to play. That would be nuts. I like that idea a lot. Anyway, so yeah, the winner of this will go into the top 8 match against Alex T, which, of course, all these matches going to be a banger. Only one of those players can make it to the semifinals, which is insane. They're both former Mega Masters champions. So that's pretty nuts. So anyway, Dog versus Iball, that is what we are going to do. I want to remind you all that there is a prize pool for this tournament, and we are trying to climb the ladder. We're trying to make our way to beating some of our goals. We have already reached $2,000. That means we can pay the top 4, and we're now working on our $4,000 goal. If we get to it, we can pay the top 8. And we will relaunch Tetris Deathmatch as a once-a-month show up and play on a more or less regular schedule, depending on, other things. But yeah, we will relaunch a monthly Tetris Deathmatch, the original show up and play Tetris stream. It was the granddaddy of them all. All the ones that you see, people restreaming their own Eat My Elo and and Ding My Ding Dong or whatever it's called. All of those, they owe it to Tetris Deathmatch, which was the original. So we will relaunch that. If we beat some of our previous prize pools, well, we can unlock some other stuff along the way. We can unlock Tap Masters for 2026. We can unlock the return of Monday Night Chasedown. That would be a big deal. If you have any ideas for anything else you want me to put on here, I have some spots. Let me know. But that is what we're doing. We're at 2,000 now, so we're looking to get to 4,000. Thank you to everybody who's contributed to that. I do want to also make sure to thank those of you who are supporting the channel. Big shout out to Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9 Tacky, Madelsberger, N-Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy Dan, Kim, M. Cat, Kid, Javin, D, Jason, Sunny, and Mila, and everybody else. If you do want to support us, you can find the support links in the support command. Remember, if you are watching on YouTube, you can do a super chat sticker or channel membership. Twitch, you can do bits, a sub, a gift sub, or an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription, and grant it to me. So thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and bring over our players. We'll get them all lined up. Somehow bro is not, I don't know what's happening. All right, we'll go do this. Hopefully nobody's hacking into Iball's internet today. All right. We got 2 players playing NES Nintendo Tetris. Yeah, if we get to $3,000, I will shake my head. David Bryant is a member, 1 month, fan level, says, go, dog, go, go, Iball, go. Go, dog, go, go, Iball, go. Good job. Yeah, I'll shave my head at 3,000. Yeah, I'll add that. I'm going to add that in there. I'll be willing to do it. Yeah, Iball, you need to focus. All right. So let's just refresh these streams, make sure they are lined up and simultaneous. We would love our players to start, at the same time. So we just make sure their streams are right where they need to be. Okay. You have the Spurs game on. Okay. Thank you. Players, I'm going to go ahead and give you some pieces. Here they are. You can continue to take a moment. I have put the pieces in the chat. But you may warm up for another minute or so if you want to. 913047. Do 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 do. Vandy, how hard is commentary for you? I know you've done it now for 7 years off and on. This seems like something I would enjoy. Yeah, it's not hard for me because I put like I'm bad at it. So things are very good, easy when you're bad. The better you get, the harder it is what I am given to understand. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not hard at all. I could go all day. I really like doing it, and hopefully I get to do it for a long time. We'll see. But, yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot. And you just got to start where it makes sense for you to start. So I would recommend, restreaming other people's matches, things like that. See how you do. Just small scale. All right, looks like both players are ready. We are on seed, and they both have signaled ready. It is the round of 16. The winner of this match goes to the top 8. So let us get them started. Dog versus Iball in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Dog versus Iball sounds like a viral video from like 2008. Like, I don't know. It sounds like that. Like, well, oh my God, I can't believe the dog did to that guy's eyeball. On the left side, it is Dog. He is a 13-time CTM Masters winner. He is the reigning Mega Masters champion. He won it in 2025. He's also a Lone Star winner, which I believe was 2023. And outside of that, all those monthly wins have added up to 13 wins overall. That's like over a year's worth of CTMs won for or by Dog. David, thank you for the $100.01 into the prize pool. That gets us up to 2101. It says, go Dog, best stacker in the game. So thank you, David, for your contribution. Really appreciate that. Anyway, Dog was the original game rolloverer. He was the first player to roll over I keep calling it a rollover. The original game rebirther. He rolled over the level score. I always call rebirth a rollover. For some reason, I have a mental block. He was a rebirther. He's the original player to rebirth the game. That means rolling over the level counter and starting back at 0 again. First player to do that. In so doing, he established the score world record, 29.4 million points. He's the number 2 ranked player in the world. He's got the most CTM wins of anybody. He's also won 2 of our DAS Masters events. He's won 2. He's won a Stupid Tetris monthly. That was the No Next box, of which he is the current world champion of the world. Oh, and by the way, did I tell you that he was also CTWC's champion in 2020 and 2021, which at the time were the 2 most talent-dense CTWCs because they were online, so there was no barrier to people entering if they were already Tetris players. So it was a huge achievement. So that is Dog. On the right side, it is Iball, Canadian Mario speedrunner turned Tetris player. He's the 7th ranked Tetris player, NES Tetris player in the world. He's got a PB of 4.75 million. He's won a Challengers and Future circuit. This year, he took 2nd in CTWC's Washington Regional. He has been in the finals of a Masters event, did that back in 2025 May. The runner-up at CTWC Montreal in 2024. You also saw him at the Toronto Regional just recently, getting a top 4 spot. He's a 3-time CTWC Gold Bracket player. 445 here for Iball, 345 for Doug. Iball was a top 4 finisher at CTWC's 2025 championship. And he's also a 3-time Mega Masters player as well. Best year was 2024 with a top 15 finish. He's equaled that, looking to exceed it now. 391 for Dog, 469 for Iball. A little split double clear of the at the top there for Iball Longbar in Tetris. What is up with Iball's footage? Yeah, I mean, different people have different cameras and technical setups and things like that, so they stream with what they got. 448 for Dog, 545 for Iball. Now, he might be playing from an underground bunker somewhere with, like, Starlink internet. It's possible. 590 for Iball through 121. Dog 7 lines back, and he's at 494. Yeah, he's streaming all the way from Canada via ham radio. $20.21 from Jay in the window. Iball into 19 at 617. Dog is in at 546. So about a 71,000 point lead. It's about a 3 Tetris lead. Jay in the window, thank you for the 2021 contribution. Says, let's go Catch 21 game show. I don't know the Catch 21 game show. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. 579 for Doug. Tetris 606. Iball trying to deal with kind of a weird diving board-ish situation. I kind of build around some weird misdrop. He opens up that right side. 730 for him. Trying to get this open. He's got it open. Dog with a Tetris 665. Iball with 761. Nearly 100,000 point lead for Iball, but he's ahead in lines. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 704 for Dog, 822 for Iball. There's a Tetris Iball, 858. Yeah, so Iball ahead 120,000 points, also ahead like 6 lines, so, you know, knock one of the Tetrises off of that. Tetris is on 24, worth 30,000 points, and Iball had a tough time finding where a couple places for pieces to go, but he's working it down. This might allow Dog to close the gap a little bit. His Dog is clean. Iball still cleaning up. So Iball 945. He's clean and starting to stack and build for Tetrises again. So Dog has cut that lead basically in half. Iball with the max, level 28. So Dog with a bit of a dirty stack here. Holes. So he's not going to enter 29 completely cleanly. He's in at like 967. Iball already on level 30. B38. Tetris for Iball. B75. And Dog in a bit of trouble. See if he can bring this down. It's so hard on 29, but we've seen Dog get, you know, kind of out of these situations before, and this board is coming down. Iball trying to clean his board up too. Oh no, that left side for Dog could be fatal, and it is. That is going to be a top out for Dog in game number 1. And that means Iball is good. So we'll watch Iball. Iball might, sometimes players are mullining, they don't know. But he might be, you know, get a rollover, start a rollover streak, why not? Does Iball have a friend typing for him? Possibly. It might be a friend's account. I don't know. That he uses. It's all very fuzzy. It's fuzzier than his camera, how that all works. Oh my God, look at this guy. How is he going to roll this over? Can he roll it over? I mean, that's what you're looking to do. If you're doing this, you want the rollover. And not quite. You have the Spurs game on. Not the stream. Now I have the stream. All right. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to put the Red Sox game on instead of doing the stream. The Spurs. Where do the Spurs? Oh, aren't the Spurs supposed to? I'm in Austin. Aren't the Spurs supposed to be my basketball team? Okay, both players ready. Game number 2. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Okay, well, it is game number 2. Iball is up 1 game to none. Kind of a rare top out before a max out for Dog. What are you saying? They're still setting up for a few seconds. I guess I'm not following what's going on over there. Yeah, San Antonio. We don't have a professional basketball team in Austin, or a NBA team anyway. So a lot of people in Austin are, if they follow basketball, well, they probably bring their teams with them because there are probably not more non-native people in Austin than there are like people who were born here. But I think if you're born here, maybe you probably follow the Spurs. 208 for Iball, 173 for Dog. Yeah, Kip, things aren't too bad, Kip. I got some other issues going on that are kind of a distraction, to be honest. But all right, Iball, a couple of misdrops there, kind of lost the handle for a bit. Is that? Well, yeah, that's going to be a triple. I was wondering if he was going to maybe be able to pull a Tetris out of that. Oh, thanks, Kip. All right, log bar in for Iball. That is a Tetris, but he's got a bunch of junk in the board and gaps. Couple of holes. Dog clean. Dog gets a Tetris 290. $358 for Dog, $343 for Iball. So Dog now in the lead, same line count. It's less than a Tetris though. Tetris for Iball, 390. Dog's board a little dirty. He's got some garbage over those couple of holes. This is going to allow Iball to get some of this back. Okay, Iball, nice double there. Opens up the right side, long bar down. Tetris, I think that was a dirty one for Dog too. 445 for him. So player still close in score and lines. Of course, these two have met up in CTM in the past, maybe most notably the time when Iball made it into the finals of CTM. His opponent in that was Dog. Dog is into 19, 531, 543 for Iball. And Iball 591. All right, Tetris Iball. Yeah, there's some kind of a Vitz set up there, but he can chuck some squares in there, try to fix all this without waiting for bars, and he does, and he gets it. Tetris 641 for him. So yeah, that finals was back in May of 2025. They also met up in a couple times this year. Yeah, January and March. They've met up in CTM. First time they met up was February of 2024. This is a crazy board here for Iball. He's got to shoot some squares over that left, and he does. And he gets a bar down. So yeah, those squares shooting over to that left side, crazy. It did not look real. We'll have to get the whole CTM investigation team on it. Tetris for Dog 814, 766 for Iball. Tetris Iball 797. So the lines are one apart, and it's about a 20,000 point lead. Tetris for Dog 913 on 26. Iball still really just into 25. There's a nice Tetris. Iball 895. Dog 978. Which I think was the area code where I grew up. Well, it was 617, and then they changed our area code on us. Max out here for Iball. Dog at A81. It's 1,081,000. Tetris for Dog into 29. B53. Dog with that 1.1 million plus. Iball is into 29 at A57, 1,057,000 points. The Dog ahead by 20,000 points. Dog's going to find a way to bring this down. Iball stack kind of going the wrong way here. We'll see if he can recover this, and this is going to be hard. And no, that's a top up for Iball, and Dog is good in game number 2. And we are tied now at a game apiece. Players, you want me to... Oh, they're not listening. All right, we'll run an ad after game 3. EBA779. It won't let me run an ad anyway. It won't let me run one. Pieces are EBA779. Okay. It's time. Game number 3. What was once a best of 5, now a virtual best of 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Players getting their initial Tetrises here in game number 3. In CTM, Dog has won 4 matches to Iball's 1 match. That 1 match that Iball won was in May of 2024. And that was in the top 8. That was back in the 16-player days. Iball would then go on to the very next round in the semis, take Blue Scooty to a decider in that one. The Tetris for Iball, I 139. What is the best concert you have been to? Oh, that's a question. I saw Metric in Madison, Wisconsin in like 2006. They were great. So that was a small venue. I've been to a lot of different ones. Arcade Fire I really liked. They were really good live. Violent Femmes live were really good. So it's hard to pick one. I haven't thought about it, like which is the best. Oh, Rilo Kiley in Chicago. They were really good. And then I've seen Morrissey like 4 or 5 times. But my favorite one was in Milwaukee. Back in the early 2000s. Metric mentioned, oh my God, was there a song you were excited to hear live? I mean, when Metric played, they only had like 1 album. This was like 2005, or 2006 or something. They had like 1 album and 1 EP, so they pretty much just played that album. So 316 for Dog 309. Oh, I really liked Tegan and Sarah. That was another one I saw when I lived in Madison. They were good. The Sounds. Saw a lot. 321 for Dog, 313 for Iball. Like a local band I really liked in Madison was a band called Knuckle Dragger. They were kind of this like horror surf band that wore masks and the whole thing, and I really liked them. I saw them a couple times. I don't know, I've seen a lot. $362 for Iball, $370 for Dog. Oh, Duran Duran I saw in Houston, even though they were old. Like, it was like old, they were old guys, but they were really good. Like they really put on a good show. Like it was really good. $395 for Dog, $407 for Iball. Like they still had it. I mean, they were intense. They weren't just like, showing up and getting paid. Like there was energy. It was good. Did I happen to see Tenacious D? That's not somebody who's really on my radar. Like I know it's like Jack Black and all that, but it's not something I've really ever Who's a band you have not seen in concert that you want to or wish you could have? Yeah. That's a tough one. $5.26 for Iball. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think pretty much if I wanted to go to something, I'd go to it. If it's nearby, you know. So maybe there's people who don't play near me. I guess I'd have to think about that. $5.55 for Iball. $5.66 for Dog. You want to see Leonard Cohen, Thin Lizzy, Queen. All right, all valid. Into 19 now, $5.73 for Dog. Serious Tetris time. Zook says best show they've seen is Herbie Hancock. I could see that. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, people I would love to go back in time and see. There was never really an opportunity. You know, like all these blues heroes, like, you know, little Walter and I would love to see a lot of my like harmonica people, because there was a while I was really into harmonica. Junior Wells and Joseph Cotton and things like that. I would have loved to go and seen those guys. Tetris for Iball, $8.18. Yeah, there was a time when I was really into playing like blues harmonica. So that's like all I would listen to for like 2 years. $9.08 for Iball, $8.37 for Dog. Oh, Blues Traveler. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Blues Traveler. I respect John Popper as a harpist, but it's not somebody who's really super on my radar too much. $9.66 for Dog, $8.36 for Iball. Yeethead wants to go to a barbershop concert. Well, you got to talk to Colin, you know, C. Christum in the chat. Like he's heavily into like barber shopping or whatever that's called. B71 for Iball, A41 for Dog. So we are about to head into 29. Tetris for both. Each player could get one more. Iball's already got a C41. Dog with the B12. And Dog is in, gets a Tetris B49 now after the Tetris. Iball gets one in. He's at C78. I know, B12. What's up, Henry? Henry B12 in chat. All right, Iball gets a bar down, D57. Dog B72. All right, Iball, this is a tough spot. See if he can bring this stack down, and he's bringing it down. He's setting up, he's skimming, he's set up, he's waiting. Reestablishing. Tetris here for Dog, D08. There's one for Iball, E34, level 33. Same line count for both players. Iball ahead by about 120,000 points. Yeah, sorry, Hannes. I'm doing this. So if you want to put it in, if you're in Discord, you can put it in Discord, or you can. I mean, you can also put a link in chat. I just can't. I'm not gonna watch it while I'm doing this, but you can put it in there if you want to. Tetris for Dog, E48, F30 for Iball. So Iball had 80,000 points. The lines are tied. Dog a little bit ahead in lines. Iball's board cleaner. And Tetris for Iball. He's got the rollover on 36. And Dog has got to find a way to get some points. He's back like 170,000 points. There's a Tetris. Now, Tetris is here going to be worth north of 45,000 points. Dog is setting up long bar in Tetris for him. 468, 37. Iball still at 0.57. 1.6 million add to that. And Iball, let's see what he can do. Trying to keep that right side open for a bar. It's not coming, and that is going to be a top out. So Dog needs to get to 060. Where is he going to find these points? He needs two Tetrises. There's one, and he's not going to get it. So Dog gets into 39, and he's basically one Tetris short of what he would have needed to take that one. And that means Iball takes game number 2. Wow. Holy moly. Whew. All right, so I am going to go ahead and just run a quick ad, guys. 1 minute. So feel free to jump around. Jump up, get down. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. 60-second ad. So, oh, by the way, Sorelli, I missed your sub, tier 1. Madelsberger, I missed your sub as well. Thank you for that. Cousin Avi, I think I missed your sub gift to Fractal as well, so thank you. Benjamin B., what are you talking about? He literally won last month. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, not... He's literally the reigning winner of this tournament. Ayo Pidgeotto says, why am I seeing ads? The F? I know, Ayo Pidgeotto. 60 months. Thank you for that. Uncle Ungie with the $50 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you for that. Looks like both players are ready here in game number 4, so let's go. 3-1 Tetris. Yeah, Uncle Ungie, $50 contribution into that prize pool. It gets us up to 2171.21. Really, really appreciate that. I mean, you can have your opinion, Benjamin, but it's kind of, it kind of doesn't, you know, I mean, you got to think about what you're saying. Uncle, is it Ungie or Ungie? Wait a minute, I don't even know. Uncle Ungie, is it Ungie or Ungie? I mean, that's fine. There's no big deal. You're welcome here. You're cool. You're cool. You're fine. Yeah, Uncle Ungie. If you're Ungie, now I don't know what it is. I can't. Now I don't want to say it out loud because I've been saying Ungie for, I guess, literally years now. But now it occurs to me it's like wrong. It could be wrong. I don't know. All right, 119 here for Dog, 138 for Iball. It's G as in gutter. You've got it. All right, Uncle Ungie, it is then. What is an Ungie? Is your name Ungie, like Unger, like Felix Unger? What is an Ungie? I want to know what that means. Now I need to know. You don't have to tell me, but I'm dying to know. 165 here for Dog, 207 for Iball. Who do I think is the best? Me, the host, Benjamin? Are you asking me who I think the best player is? I mean, that's hard to say. I mean, I'm not here to say who the best player is. I'm just here to report on what they're doing. So I don't think it's fair for me to say in a broadcast. But. So whoever wins CTM in a given month is the best player. That I run an entire tournament all month to answer that question. So 301 for like every month for like 8 years to figure that out. Or 7 years, let's say, whatever it is. How long has it been? I don't know. 250 for Dog. 307 for Iball. Yeah, whoever wins the latest tournament is the best player. Hey, Dog opens up that column 3, like 6 rows up, gets Tetris. 325 for him, 380 for Iball. Iball gets one as well, 403. Same line count. 80,000 point lead. Yeah, so I missed, for a long time, I did rank players in the Premier poll, which is where you see the rankings on the players there in the little black stats bar below their names and score. But I missed it last month just because I had a lot of stuff going on and I just couldn't get to it. So I don't know. I'm not sure I will continue to rank players there anyway. On the one hand, I watch, I don't know, probably more, or is, I don't know, a good, let's say a good amount of top level Tetris. On the other hand, I kind of want to maintain my neutrality, and I think coming out and ranking the players publicly is kind of, I always felt a little icky about it since I'm the one that runs the tournament. So I don't know if I'll go back to Premier Poll, so we'll see. Tetris for Iball, 528, 470 for Doug. It's like, all right, whatever. My answer to that question is always the order of finishing in CTM, so we'll just put it that way. It's like how sports commentators never talk about a game like it's over or like someone is a clear favorite. Well, I don't know if that's true, Ava's. I mean, that kind of, they do that. But the point is, those commentators they're not running the league. Right? And I'm running this league. So it'd be weird if the commissioner of the league of like baseball came out and said, here are the best players. Like, I don't know, like that, it would be weird. 653 for Iball, 597 Doug. When you've done Tetris commentary with others, Vandy, who do you actually enjoy sharing commentary duties with? No one. No, Sharky was good. Sharky's a professional, so he's got the rhythm down. He knows different roles, and he's got the rhythm down, so he takes it seriously as a professional. So I thought Sharky was a pleasure to work with. Yeah, it was a thrill to, just for, it's because of legendary status for people like Chris Tang and that kind of thing. I always like working off of Ben Mullen. So they were good. I mean, I haven't really had any, maybe one or two really bad commentary experiences. So, everything else was, mostly everything else was pretty good. 857 for Iball, 727 for Doug. So Iball 950, Dog 819. Oh yeah, Colin. Colin was good. I was gonna make fun of Colin. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I had a bad experience with Colin. That was awful, but I didn't think he was here. If I remembered that he was here, then I would have done it. But I you don't want to say that if they're not really there. But no, Colin was good. I remember Colin, took it seriously, had a good rhythm. B14 for Iball, 961 for Doug. C19 for Iball. There's a Tetris. He's got a 1.2 into 29 again. So Iball just really high pace games the whole way. 1.1 for Dog into 29. That is not bad either. We'll see though. Another Tetris for Iball. Dog in a bit of a pickle here. Oh my goodness, that is going to be a top up for Dog at B08. And Iball has taken out our defending champion. So Iball is into the top 8. You just never got the sense that Dog was fully comfortable today. Possible, kind of lack of confidence in the controller. Because that is why this match got delayed. Because I think his controller kind of wasn't making him feel right. And maybe just carried through to today. But not exactly sure what it was. But what I do know is Iball played out of his mind. Iball played out of his mind. Rollovers, 1.2s into 29. And he has earned his spot into the top 8. So my goodness gracious. Wow. So Iball, you have made it in. Dog is going to go out here in the round of 16. Iball is in. And yeah, I mean, Iball played with a lot of confidence, a lot of guts. I never got the sense that Dog was fully comfortable on 29 today, which is uncharacteristic. So not exactly sure what's going on. Hopefully we'll see him at CTWC and he'll be able to recover and feel good and put up a good performance, and in the future months as well. But it will be Iball moving on to the top 8, which is crazy. I don't know how many of y'all had that. How many of y'all had that? Honest, my job is to tell you what I saw, and I'm not going to say that during their playing. All right, well, look at this, my guys. Look at this. We got this individual here. And what have we here? Oh, how does this work? I don't know how my scenes work. Oh, there we go. The Tawny bracket will be represented in the top 8. Who would have thought the Tawny bracket would get through? This doesn't get any easier. Oh, yeah, I just beat the reigning Mega Masters champion. Now I just got to beat CTWC's champion. So it's like, wherever you go, there's a champion waiting. So congratulations, Iball. You are in. Oh, that eyeball's too big. Let me fix that. I got to fix that. That's a little. All right, we're going to shrink you a little bit. There you go. That's a little better. Whew. Wow. Eyeball, you glad I don't have the big long hair one for you. You got your broccoli cut or whatever. You're feeling good. Man, what a day. So we have put now 2 more players into the top 8. What's up, Eyeball? You deserve a haircut, you know? Oh crap, I gotta fix this graphic, but it's good enough for now. Wow. All right. Well, what a Mega Masters. Totally crazy. This is nuts. This is nuts. So this is our biggest upset. I mean, Dog came in seed number 6. Eyeball seed number 22. And came in here and Tawny bracket in the top 8. What do you want, pink or tawny? Eyeball, what do you want, pink or poop? No, you gotta carry your poop bracket all the way through. That's part of the deal. Well, y'all, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. What a day of Tetris. We made some progress in our prize pool, which is good. So I want to thank those of you who contributed. We got up to 2171. We are now paying the top 4. So at least half of those people are going to get paid. So there you go. We're working on our $4,000 incentive. We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot of matches left, yo, to get to where we need to get to. We don't have a lot of matches left, right? Let me go ahead and report what happened today, because I don't think did I report any of it? I don't think I did. Wait, Dog, Eyeball. Eyeball was 3, right? Dog 1. Delay every match. I mean, yeah, we're in trouble. Like, we're honestly very in trouble. I'm not gonna lie. You know, you guys leave, you don't want to be sad. I am very demoralized. I gotta admit, like, you guys are great, but it's just like, I just want to get up there, you know. Okay, but that's okay. We're gonna be good. Yeah, everybody's broke with those gas prices. You know, all that Biden inflation. Man, it's killing us right now. Yeah. Oh man. So stupid. All right. Well, let's take a look. Where are we at? Yeah, we're gonna pay you, Suds. You're getting in. Yeah, thanks, Obama. Can't believe Obama's ruining Tetris. So this is what if you want to see it in bracket form, you don't like pictures of faces. Here it is in bracket form. Right, there it is. We don't have a lot of matches left. Let's see. We have to do Scooty versus Neko. All right. Winner. Let me see. How do I bring this up? All right. Oh, we don't even see. Oh, it's in the top 16. That's why. Round of 16. So all of our 16 players are determined. Oh, no, they're not. So we still got to do Blue Scooty versus Neko. That's one that has to happen. Yeah, it's hard. I don't have a really good view of the whole tournament, unfortunately. Point is, there's not a lot of matches left. But anyway, thanks to those of you who contributed to the prize pool. Appreciate that. And I'm going to thank those of you who contributed. Uncle Ungie, Jay in the window, David B with the hundo, Noah Boa with the 100 cents, Corporal with the 338.99, striking the big blow today. Chris S with the 100, Q-Pup Jesus, serial number, Slackjaw, Burbia, and Sergey all contributed today. Big jump forward. So at least we've made one of our goals. Really appreciate that. So if you do want to contribute to the prize pool, use that Match Arena command while we're still going live. You can also find the link in the description of the YouTube live, whatever. So you can find that. Top 8 is one day, Hannah. We'll see. It might not happen. I want to do it as one day. That is the best thing for raising prize pool is to have, and plus we're going to be, here's the other thing. If I want to be on the Twitch front page, so I am approved to be on the Twitch front page. That's a huge deal because we will get thousands of people watching. But it's like if I do that, I'm not allowed to stream to YouTube. I can't simul stream to YouTube. So we'll have to find, if we do that top 8 in one day, we'll have to find a strategy to work on that. Actually, I got to get to work on that. I don't know. We might not be able to do the top 8 all in one day stream, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just stream on Twitch for that day no matter what. What? Tetris. Front paging on Twitch is a huge deal. I know it is. So maybe we'll do what we can on that day. We might have one top 8 match that can't happen on that day, but we'll do as much as we can. Buddy, they're not going to praise you for liking the stream. Are you, sir? Benjamin, you are full of L takes today. Of course we are going to praise you for liking the stream. Thank you for liking the stream. And anybody who likes the stream, you get my highest praise. So thank you, Jungle Cook. Appreciate that. And yeah, terrible take, Benjamin. Terrible take. All right. Well, anyway, that's the thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys come over to Twitch. Twitch front page is huge. So anyway, all right. So there's that. And credits, thank you to those of you who did stuff. New follows. Bennick, Hannes, Burbia, Suds, Jay in the Window, Mansion, Aramis, Belmont, more pro than boy something. Kelfon, Ribsta, Mark, Fractal, Madelsberger, Sorelli, Pidgeotto, Iball. YouTube memberships, David Bryant, Bits from Quick Deck, Super Chat, Georgia Moki, rates from Evie, Mari, Adam, and Burb. Thank you very, very, very much for your support. Now, some of those subs came from gifts. Cousin Avi gifted one, Iball. And it went to Fractal. And Cute Pup gave out 5, so thank you. And Elemental gave out a couple as well. So thanks for all that. All right, the next one is scheduled. Scheduled when? How the hell do I know? How would I know? Hold on, let me look. I will look. I'm looking right now. It's going to be the Sidnev whatever one. It is the... Yeah, Sidnev. This is on Friday. 2 in the afternoon. So 19 UTC. 2 in the afternoon here in Texas. Sidnev versus Crab Rangoon. Huff versus Portal. Winner versus winner for a top 8 spot. That is on Friday. It's pronounced Gifts. Oh, God. It is on Friday. Okay, so Friday afternoon here in the States. This is a good one. You know, primetime Europe. So if you want to watch that. Sidnev, the Pride of Europe, will be there and streaming along with Portal, Kazakhstan, right? Great. I might do a stream tomorrow just to hang out if I get lonely. We'll see. Just, just to hang out. All right, guys. YouTube, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Oh, I didn't thank the patrons. I'm a little off today, so thanks for bearing with me. Thanks to the patrons: Scott Gray, Jane, The Window, Kane, Antac, Middlesburger, and Doug, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Cat, Jeff, and G, Jason, Sunny, Mila, and everybody else. Thank you. Okay. Goodbye, YouTube. Have a great day. Sanji. Listen, Ben, I'm just playing with you. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Drip, Benjamin, Deep Bradley, Jungle, Mr. Brian, Skibbity Dibbity, Jade, Arbit, Psycho, Sushiman, Ilya. Have a great day. French fries. See you tomorrow, maybe or whatever. It's definitely see you Friday, so maybe tomorrow. All right, bye. All right, Twitch, let's go ahead and find a nice place for you.